Hey everybody, I'm Courtney. Today we're going to do a sequence focused on yoga for cyclists. And we're going to get really deep into not only the major muscles like the hip flexors, the hamstrings, the quads, but also areas that might get overworked such as the neck, the shoulders, even the wrists, the fingers, etc. So bring your feet to about hip width, a slightly wider variation of mountain pose. Rock a little forward and back a few times and just wake up the feet, spread the toes. If you're just coming from a long bike ride, really nice way to start to lift up out of any compression in your feet and your ankles. If it's the next day or 48 hours later, you might find there's a bit of soreness in those areas. So just doing what you can to create a little more balance, a little more awareness in the feet. Then once you're rooting down through the big and little toe joints, your inner and outer heels, start to lift up through your quadriceps. Let that travel into the belly, your chest, as well as the crown of your head. Then feel into the knees that they started to lock, unlock them. Draw the tail down and continue to lift the heart up. Take an inhale, reach your arms slowly out and up toward the sky. Pause when your hands are about shoulder width. Take your right hand, grab a hold of your left wrist. You're gonna root down to reach up, and then slowly just lean to the right and press your hips to the left. And then roll your bottom ribs up, keeping those knees unlocked. And deep breaths into the outer left hip, the left waist, feeling that stretch in the intercostals that line your ribs. And then come back to center and just stretch up for a breath or two. Make sure the traps, your shoulders are still melting down. And then switch sides, left hand grabs the right wrist, reach up. And then slowly lean left, push your hips to the right. Roll your bottom ribs up. If you're looking up, make sure the neck feels comfortable there. And do you feel the stretch in the outer right hip, the right waist? Getting into areas that might limit you from a deep breath, so allowing those spaces to open. And then come back to center. Reach your arms up to the sky. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, you're gonna bend both elbows, create a cactus-like shape in your arms, and open your heart. Now inhale, reach back up to the sky. And as you exhale, hinge from your hips and fold yourself forward and down, knees unlocked a little bit more here. Let your chest melt toward the legs, let your head drop, maybe shake it yes, and then no. And then over the next few breaths, allow the hamstrings to stretch. You can rock a little forward and back to wake up the feet. If you feel heavy in your heels, take the weight forward a touch so you really are stretching the hamstrings.